Hi, thank you for joining me. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to understand the special Land Control Board hearing. You're watching Own Land in Kenya, and I'm Solomon Wangwe. According to Kenyan law, anytime you're transacting on agricultural land, which is typically freehold, you have to get the Land Control Board's permission or consents to transact on that property. Whether it's a transfer when you're purchasing or selling, or a subdivision, and in some cases even amalgamation, which means putting together smaller pieces of land into one bigger one. Normally, the Land Control Boards meet once a month. And that depends, or which day of the week will depend on where the particular Land Control Board meets. Every county has their own Land Control Board, so you need to find that out. But in some cases, it's urgent that you get the Land Control Board's permission to do whatever it is you want to do with agricultural or freehold land. And this is where special Land Control Boards come in. So normally, if you're going to ask for permission for the Land Control Board sitting outside of their scheduled date, you have to do a formal letter requesting for them to sit on a special date for your purposes. Reasons might include a sudden death in the family, and there are succession issues that need to be sorted out to unlock the value of the land so that matters are settled quickly. In some cases, you could be trying to resolve a fraud issue. Whatever the reason is, you have to put that in writing and address that to the chairman of the Land Control Board where your property is situated. If they think your reason is compelling enough, they will issue you a date, an appointment, so to speak, when you will come to sit with the Land Control Board outside of their scheduled hearings if you cannot wait for their next meeting within the next 30 days or however long it is. Once they do that, you will then make your application through your lawyer preferably and pay the Land Control Board fee. Typically that's about 1,000 shillings. You pay that to the cashier's office in the Ministry of Lands, and they will give you a receipt and a duplicate. You will then attach your duplicate to your application and hand that over to the Secretary of the Land Control Board. They will then call you in on the particular date that they gave you an appointment for, and you'll present your case. They will have minutes to account for their meeting and the reasons for the meeting and what the outcome was, whether or not they gave you permission to do whatever it is that you want to do. Once that is complete, you're then free and clear to continue with your transaction. That's how a normal special Land Control Board sitting is supposed to pan out. The problem is, most people in this country, and this has been our experience as well, will do a special Land Control Board hearing by, and to put it bluntly, doing it corruptly. You will pay a fee normally higher than the stipulated 1,000 shillings to the Land Control Board representative. They will then split the money, or you may not even know what happens with the cash. They will issue you a permission or consent letter for your application and backdate it to the last formal normal Land Control Board hearing. While that might be fine on paper, one thing that people miss out on is the fact that you do not have a receipt from the cashier's office at the Ministry of Lands to prove that you actually paid for the Land Control Board to consider your application. Secondly, you will not appear in the minutes for the meeting that they have backdated your consent letter for. That creates a major issue with incomplete files at the land registry. It is also plainly illegal, and beyond that, it's immoral. So if you're going to do a special board hearing for any transaction that you're involved in, please follow the due process, respect your investment. It may take a little bit more time. It may even be worth your while just to wait another 30 days and follow the normal process. Pay for your receipt, have the original in your possession, get their permission, get the consent letters, appear in the minutes, and you're free to rest easy knowing that your transaction cannot be challenged legally and even morally at some point in the future. The very piece of land I'm standing on belongs to Goshen Acquisitions. It's located in the Kariunga area of Nanyuki. As I mentioned in a previous episode, only 500 meters from a planned development and only 4.5 kilometers from the Olpejeta Conservancy. We're located in Laikipia County. So every time I transact on this property, even when we purchased it, when we went to get permission to subdivide it, and when we go to get permission to transfer it to you whenever you're ready to purchase one, we will have to present ourselves to the Laikipia Land Control Board, which meets in Nanyuki on the last Wednesday of every month. Very important to keep mind of that. I hope that information helps. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to reach out to us, www.goshenacquisitions.com. You can also interact with us on all our social media handles. They're up and running. You've been watching Own Land in Kenya, and I'm Solomon Wangwe. Stay tuned for more information on strategic land investment.